Our fighters are ready to get down to it, so let's start the match and see what these warriors are capable of.
Show me what you have.
I'll take on all of you!
Round one. Fight!
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. They gotta escape from the corner before the pressure builds up. Those aren't working here. Goes for the fireball. Blocks the jump in. Player one has the life lead. There's a corner switch. Combo with the target combo. Super art activated. Expect something big here. Player one needs to deal with this burnout. Throws them. What's next? Big gap between the two fighters, so they throw out a fireball. They break things off to take a quick breather. Oh, easy tag. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. Reads them. Target locked and scoop. Fires up the skies with Kagero no Mai. What'll happen if they were right to be on guard there? Looking to plan them with a pop to come from the break like that? What a comeback! Player two picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round two. Fight!
Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. The grab misses. Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. Springs forward with the drive rush. Gets the jump in. What'll happen here? Oh, burnout triggered. Jumps. Player two needs to use their SA gauge to their advantage. Getting that extra juice in with Kagero no Mai. Player two will look to apply Negative Chokarakuchi with Kagero no Mai. And they create an opportunity for themselves to seal the deep drive rush to keep it going. KO. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win?
Final round. Fight!
Decides not to rush it, uses their drive gauge. Jumps, barely blocks the jump in. Player one needs to use the threat of the sets up with the jump in. Amazing, solid anti-air. Turning it up to an 11. What now? Throws them. How long can this offensive assault continue? Player two needs to take advantage of this gauge disparity. Here comes the corner pressure. Both sides getting ready. Player two still has a chance, but closes it out. Player one is a force to be reckoned with. HP maxed, side quests done, and the skill tree's fully unlocked. Let's get it on.
Show me what you have. Time to play.
Round one. Fight!
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? They gotta escape from the corner before the pressure builds up. There's a drive rush to throw the opponent off balance. Deal some damage with that quick combo. Player one will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. Very solid corner switch. Player one needs to deal with this burnout. Taking stock. Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. Knockdown. KO. Player one takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
Round two. Fight!
Checking their reactions with a fireball? Holds out with a block. The quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup? Still springs forward with a drive rush. Lights up the skies with Kagero no Mai. Player one has an empty drive gauge. Negative Chokarakuchi with Kagero no Mai. Player 2 is in a pretty good situation with a meter advantage. Knockdown and... the Big Bang Kachosin comes out. Burnout! Expect the tempo of the match to change. Both fighters planning something? Perfect execution with the anti-air. Reads the jump in perfectly. Player 2 can't apply, turning it up to an 11. Oh my God, what did happen? Excellent read. Flatline done. Now as catch can as you're gonna get in the fight. This is gonna be a 5-star match. Get ready for history to be made.
Show me what you have.
This will be a good fight.
Round 1. Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Checks with the projectile. Throws him down. Both fighters have plenty of health. Where is this match gonna go? It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach? Oh, on dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Okay, takes them all the way to the corner. Player 2 needs to deal with this burnout. One fighter's drive goes for the super art? All right, what's coming up next? Both of them have entered burnout state, which will drastically change their approach to the fight. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. Holds out with the block. KO. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
Round 2. Fight.
From low heavy to smart play to stop the opponent. Fires up the skies with Kagura no Mai. Player 1 can build off this lead. Oh, burnout triggers. The punish counter gives them a great opening here to do big damage. Player 1 in dire straits with burnout. Close range projectile. Throws a beefy Kachosen. Arp tries to act quickly but whiffs the attack. Throws him. What'll happen here? Excellent block. Closing moments of the match. One hit pumps the brakes on the impact. Looking for a hold. Hits the drive. A jump, cross-up attack, flatline zone. Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. HP maxed, side quests done, and the skill tree's fully unlocked. Let's get it on.
Show me what you have.
Showtime!
Round 1. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Drive reversal to break in. We're still in the early game, and it's really anyone's fight. Player 1 in that dangerous burnout state. Both fighters have completely emptied out their drive gauge and are in burnout state. Not a lot of patience on show here today. Throws out a projectile. Taking stock. One fighter's drive gauge is just about empty. Can they recover or are they in trouble here? Neither of them willing to back off here. This is a huge chance to make him feel it. Takes a trip. Player 1 chases them down. Lighting up the skies with Kagero no Mai. Knock down a super art. Shout us a KO. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round 2. Fight.
That's a counter. Are we going to see some fireworks here? Big opportunity now in this corner. Smart play to stop the opponent. Player 1 holding on to that corner advantage. Barely blocks the jump in. A quick breather. Jumps in. KO. Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Our fighters are pumping themselves up and are raring to go. Who's going to come out on top in this fight?
Show me what you have.
This will be a good fight.
Round 1. Fight.
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. They gotta escape from the corner before the pressure builds up. They get the wall splat, and now the opponent is defensive. All right. Player 1 has used up all of their drive gauge. The drive gauge is completely empty, meaning their ability to block is also weaker. Player 2 is almost dead, but some clutch drive moves and a few prayers could turn this around in their favor. Smart blow, that'll do more damage than usual. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Getting that extra juicer with Kagero no Mai. Projectile to try and change the situation. KO! Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round 2. Fight.
Immediate jump in. They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Turns it up a notch and sends them to the corner. Player 1 won out those close scuffles, and now they gotta have a plan for the next round. How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? Risky up-close scrap still going. Jumps in. Shows a medium kick. Jumps up. Super art. There's a change of side. Good decision with that throw. Their fake tries to make something happen with an ult in there. Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Our fighters are pumping themselves up and are raring to go. Who's going to come out on top in this fight?
Ready yourself.
I am the bride of the Shiranui.
Round 1. Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? We gotta escape from the corner before the pressure builds up. Use the target combo to take a chunk of damage off the opponent. All that grinding and training mode paid off. Look at the optimal damage on that combo. Player 1 can't let their drive gauge run out. Did this super art connect? Takes a trip. Player 1 is in burnout. Drives off the table. Lets off a projectile to waste time. Goes for the drive rush there. Opts for the air-to-air encounter. Player 2, shake, they've been pushed into the wall and the stun is there. Player 1 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Jumps? Both can, burnout activates. Player 2 has depleted their drive gauge, but they are still within range to win this KO! Player 1 with a big first round pickup. Can they close it out?
Round 2. Fight!
Starting off with fireballs right from the get-go. Are we going to see some fireworks here? Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. Jumps? There's a change of sides. This springs forward with the drive rush. Rising up the skies with confident no mind. A quick breather. Throws a projectile to zone the opponent. Player 2 is dominating this match. Barely blocks the jump in. The exchange flows. Adamant flame. Both fighters turning it up to an 11. Player 1 holding on to that corner advantage. Closing moments of risky play, but it pays off. Player 2 can't break through with the throw. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win?
Final round. Fight!
They're using a fireball to force a reaction. Jumps in. Side switch in the corner. Player 1 will look to apply the drive rush to keep it going. Throws them. Getting it all on the drive rush. The side turning it up to an 11. Player 1 can't win this without pulling the trigger. Things are looking very bleak, but can they find something? Take the enemy shield and what a finish! That was catch as catch can, and you're gonna get in a fight. Our fighters are ready to lay it all on the line.
Show me what you have.
I'll take on all of you!
Round 1. Fight!
All right, first round. What's going to happen? They gotta escape from the corner before the pressure builds up. There's a drive rush to throw the opponent off balance. What are they thinking here? Can't keep track of these corner switches. Both fighters are looking at near empty drive. Triggers the super and is looking to put this out of reach. Lets off the projectile to waste time. Okay, creating some space here. Player 2 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Throws them to negate the block. Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. KO. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round 2. Fight!
How will they take advantage of super art activated? Expect something big here. Smart play to stop the opponent. Player 1 needs to use the threat of the drive rush to keep it going. Both fighters planning something? Player 2 is working with a better gauge. What can they do with it? Burnout triggered! They're going for the super art? Player 1 on super art? Big difference in life and super. Any mistake now lighting up the sky in there! That's what happens when you capitalize on all of your chances. Our fighters are ready to get down to it, so let's start the match and see what these warriors are capable of.
Show me what you have.
Hope you're ready. Round 1. Fight.
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Checking how their opponent reacts to fireballs. Deftly shuts out the jumper. Goes for the throw. Player 1 has the license. Lots of aggression from both sides. Player 2 has used up all of their drive gauge. Both fighters decide to reset the pace and assess the situation. Player 2 needs to deal with this burnout. Gets backed into the corner with pressure building. Sees it coming and blocks it out.
Stay down.
Throws him. What's next? Does this super art connect? They're barely hanging in there. Can they hold out any longer? What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Combo with the target combo. Checks them with springs forward with the drive up. Getting that extra juice in with Kagero no Mai. Player 1 experiencing burnout. Both fighters planning something? Who will capitalize on an opening first? In there! Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round 2. Fight.
Smart play to stop the opponent there. Are we going to see some fireworks? Super art activated. Expect something big here. Player 1 has the life lead. Can they use it? Their spacing, yo, put that away. Near empty drive gauges will greatly affect both players. Player experiencing burnout. What'll happen here? Getting that extra juice in with Kagero no Mai. Player 1 in dire straits with burnout. Knockdown and can they create an opportunity for themselves to seal the deal? Player 1 can't use any drive, reads them like a book and takes them out. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point.
Fight. Round. Fight.
Pumps the brakes on the impact. Hits them with a stopping blow. Player 1 had a rough go of it last round due to poor drive running. But there's still time to adapt and turn this match around. This is the time to use fireballs to chip away at an opponent. Player 1 is looking at a quick drive rush. Okay, here we go. Ooh, what a smart throw. Oh, on a drive rush. Amazing. Crowns him from above. Tries to act quickly, but with the attack. No, critical art now. Player 2 is putting it all. It's enough. Player 1 clinches the win. But that could have been anyone's game. No way we could have called that. HP maxed, side quests done, and the skill tree's fully unlocked. Let's get it on.
Show me what you have. You call, I answer.
Round 1. Fight.
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play.
Huh?
Tries to get a breather with the projectile. That was a solid anti-air. Player 1 has used up all of their drive gauge. How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? A dangerous range here. You don't want to get jumped on a long recovery move or you're going to eat tons of damage. Takes a trip. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Heats it up with a combo into super. With the life gap, gets him. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round 2. Fight.
Okay, they trade hit. Strings it all together. manages to block the jump-in attack. The quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? Crushes that off and keeps going. Player 1 has an empty. It's a good spot to use the super. Comes crashing down on them with some Bushin beat. Now, can they finish the job? Jump? Both fighters planning something? Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. Going in. Just go for it at this range. KO. Player 1 took no time to finish that fight.